Hello and welcome to Across Africa, our weekly look at stories from across the continent. Coming up in the show, a combination of years of poor rains, failing crops and conflict have triggered a food crisis across East Africa. Millions face starvation and aid agencies are struggling to keep up. Also, a new scheme in DR Congo aims to cut back on illegal logging in the country's iconic Virunga National Park. And a collective of African authors are on the road to promote their love of a good book. The Jalada Festival travels through 5 countries, offering discussions, performances and masterclasses on East African literature. But first, aid agencies and the UN have said that communities facing starvation across East Africa are growing ever more desperate. Over 20 million people urgently need help. Civil wars forced hundreds of thousands from their homes in South Sudan, whilst parts of Ethiopia, Kenya and Somalia have been deserted as parched crops fail. France 24's Nicolas Chemin has more on the emergency in Somaliland.
The self-declared autonomous state of Somaliland has now faced 3 consecutive years without rain. When food aid is distributed, it sometimes provokes fights. The situation is critical for the state's 4 million inhabitants. Local officials ask the outside world to send help immediately.
If we want to save lives, it's now. We need action now. It's not tomorrow, it's not after tomorrow. It won't help. Because when the people lost their animals, now people are starting dying. And it's very, very difficult to control the situation now.
Across Somaliland, animal carcasses are a common sight. Because of the drought, up to 70% of livestock have perished in some areas.
These are the leftovers of the sheep. We pray God, we ask him for help. This drought has killed all our cattle.
Somalia too has been hard hit by the drought. In recent weeks, hundreds of people have come to this clinic in Mogadishu after walking for days on a harrowing journey.
I had 4 children. 2 died on the journey here, and the 2 others are sick. I'm 8 months pregnant. I don't have water or food. I don't have shoes. I have nothing.
Nearly 3 million people cannot meet their daily food requirements. The World Food Programme is providing many Somalis with digital cards.
It's a card which the World Food Programme is loading with funds that allow the most vulnerable family access shops across Somalia. A network of 700 shops has been established.
Somalis and international organisations are asking for more help to avoid a repeat of the 2011 famine that claimed 250,000 lives.
To the Democratic Republic of Congo next, where a new scheme aims to tackle deforestation in one of the country's treasures. Virunga National Park is under threat from widespread illegal logging. Our correspondent Thomas Nicolas reports.
In the village of Kichanga in North Kivu, most of the charcoal or makala that can be found comes from trees cut down in Virunga National Park. In order to slow down deforestation, the Worldwide Fund for Nature launched the Eco Makala project. The replantation process starts in a nursery.
The nursery is very important because it's where we select the viable sprouts that are going to prosper in the plantations. Without this step, we would lose a lot of trees in the plantations.
Thanks to Eco Makala, almost 25,000 acres of trees have been planted around Virunga since 2007. This initiative aims at protecting Africa's oldest national park, but it also helps local farmers to develop economically.
The aim of planting these trees is to fight against global warming, but we can also make money out of it. I can cut branches from my trees and sell those at the markets so that I can earn money.
The wood from these plantations is then burned in an innovative hearth. The charcoal is highly productive and the usage per household is reduced by half. But this is not the only benefit.
On top of having high calorific properties, when it's made in this kind of hearth, the coal is a lot cleaner. People from nearby villages keep asking for more charcoal that's produced this way.
According to a UN report, rebel groups in eastern Congo earn $12 to $35 million a year selling illegal charcoal. Putting an end to this illicit trade could save Virunga's forest, but also weaken guerrilla groups that have been wreaking havoc in the region for more than 20 years.
Malian authorities have been trying to crack down on art smugglers. Many of the cultural artefacts that have played an important part in the country's strong literary heritage have increasingly been targeted by looters who hope to turn a profit through international trafficking. Our correspondents tell us more.
During Mali's civil conflict in 2012, these ancient manuscripts were hidden and saved from rebel groups who wanted to burn them. But now they face a new danger: looters who steal and sell artifacts like these for collectors, mainly in the Gulf states. These texts are currently on display at Mali's National Museum, but other rare works are still under threat.
Since the conflict began in Mali, there are entire regions, particularly in the Sahel, where the state no longer has any authority and where acts of looting have become completely rife. For example, in an area called Douentza, 1 or 2 years ago, there was a huge raid at an archaeological site, and there was no real action we could take against the looters.
The international police force Interpol has only ever stopped a few items leaving Mali through the airport. There's no specific agency to target artifact trafficking, although everyone's aware of the problem.
We know that drugs are just the tip of the iceberg, but in the same way that drug trafficking makes certain people very rich, so does smuggling artifacts. We haven't identified organized groups yet, but we've already targeted individuals who've made a lot of money doing this.
An exhibition is now on at Mali's National Museum to highlight the work done by the UN's Cultural Protection Agency, UNESCO, and other groups who fought art smugglers and helped preserve Mali's heritage for generations to come.
East Africa's travelling book festival, known as Jalada, has hit the road. The collective of Pan-African authors are visiting 5 countries and 12 cities on their tour bus in a bid to promote the diversity of literary language and talent on the continent. Bastien Renouy and Julia Stairs report.
The organizers of the Jalada Traveling Art and Literature Festival board this bus each morning. They're young authors and cultural influencers who hope to explore and connect literary traditions in the region.
I think we can't deny the fact that we live in a digital age, but the thing about it is that connection and seeing people face to face is really important, because one of the things that doesn't happen on the continent enough is that we don't see each other.
Their journey has taken them to the shores of Lake Victoria on the outskirts of Kisumu, Kenya's 3rd largest city, where they're running a workshop with children from local schools.
Once upon a time, a long time ago,
kids here have access to libraries and movie theaters, but traditional African customs have been lost. The festival shows them the old world of storytelling.
I think what such events do is they link up the cultures. Yeah, so it's not necessarily giving them access to a culture, it's giving them access to each other's culture.
But the festival is not just for kids. Organizers put together a cultural workshop at Kisumu's library, where residents can come and exchange ideas with the visiting authors. They're encouraged to share their origins and the unique rituals of their regions.
Once we meet with different people from different countries, different counties, we all experience different troubles, and we have different experiences. So once we meet and exchange these ideas, they help someone grow their art.
A new cultural theme will be introduced in each city that hosts the festival, and books from across Africa will be on sale for curious readers looking to discover stories from the entire continent.
To Cameroon now, where moves are afoot to encourage youngsters in a football-mad nation to play rugby. Our reporters took a look around a new academy that former French rugby captain Serge Betsen has founded in the country where he was born.
Rushing to an empty lot, the young players of the Serge Betsen Academy in Bafia head to rugby practice. This afternoon, the 30 or so players practice drills under the watchful eye of their trainer.
I don't want any mindless violence.
Coach Jean-Cyril believes he's teaching the team more than just the principles of the game.
This is where they learn and practice the principles of solidarity and how to help each other. You saw earlier when one of them is in trouble, they all gather around to help him out or to offer a solution. When it works out, that's how they understand that in life they should act the same.
The teens board at the academy and are passionate about their chosen sport. They've taken up rugby in a country where football is king. Many feel they're not only learning important life skills, but also cultivating a drive to succeed, like the institution's founder.
Rugby makes me want to follow in the footsteps of our big brother, Serge Betsen.
Many of the children come from disadvantaged families. Every weekend, many head to the nearby academy headquarters for classes and sports tutoring. Claudette is one of the pupils being inspired by the school.
That's our big brother, Serge.
Though she's never seen him, Serge Betsen's accomplishments as a former French rugby union flanker are legendary, and he is her inspiration.
I really want to meet him because it's rare to meet a person who offers help to people he doesn't even know, and for free.
The rugby school also has a social program that provides free meals. The concept behind the Betsen Academy has been implemented in 5 centres in Cameroon. Geneviève is their coordinator.
He left Cameroon when he was young, and then he came back for a while. He wanted to help all these children to have good living conditions.
A new Serge Betsen centre is due to open in April, and the man himself is expected in Cameroon for the inauguration.
Well, that's it for Across Africa for now. Thanks very much for watching. Do so again if you can. Take care.